Hi, Codeweaver here. Actually, for the second time today, since I've had some stream difficulties, but that's alright. I am here to play a little bit of Stranded Deep. And let's just get right on into that. So, as you can see, we have a new splash screen to the game. I am on the experimental branch. If you don't see this in your own games yet, that's okay. It will probably be along shortly. And as far as I know, this experimental branch doesn't have a huge amount of stuff that you don't otherwise have. So we're not going to dwell on that. We are going to leap into the gameplay, though. And we find ourselves in situ on an island a fair distance from the one that I started on, that I have colonized for the sake of gathering materials and pulling stuff out of wrecks and the like. And so we're going to start there and work our way back home and try to keep track of where we came from, because we're going to have to make at least one more trip. I've been doing a fair bit of this off stream because I enjoy the game, but I am not always in the mood to talk a lot while making these long journeys. And but that being said, I wanted to let you all be a part of this one, because why not, right? Sometimes you just gotta share. So I am nowhere near home. There's my raft. My home is roughly in that direction, and hopefully we can find our way back there, or this is going to be a very awkward stream. I've got some barrels to take back, but I've already got a couple loaded up on my raft, so I'm going to have to make a trip to come back and get these two. I've got a bunch of empty containers here. I've got some gear that I want to take back eventually. I think I got my bow and arrow around here somewhere. There we go. I got some spoilt meat that I do not need. I should have dumped into the ocean on my way over here, so let's just drop that off out here, so the fishes can have it. Because I accidentally let that get spoilt. So to make this trip worth it, because I've got all these containers here, let's... Alright, so let me see. How am I going to do this? I'm going to drop that. I'm going to drop... And I'm going to keep everything else, because I don't really want to let go of anything else. I'm going to gather up some sticks and the like, because since I have last been here, some of the ficus trees have grown back, so I have some sticks that I can take back to make it worth my while. Might as well do just a little bit of that before morning rolls around. And it doesn't make for necessarily all that scintillating gameplay, but so be it. So, I quite like playing this game for its general sort of catharsis, a way to escape life a little bit to a tropical island, without actually having to get on a plane with people who don't know how to wear masks. Okay, so there we go. Got a pile of... Oh, hello, we got more potatoes. Okay, so that's... I don't know where I'm getting those from exactly. From the ground accidentally as I'm picking other things up, but that's okay. I actually need those, and they're not the first ones I've found, as you'll soon see when I get back home. But they are, for my purposes, good as gold. So let's get some stuff stored off here. Alright. I think I got... Yeah, that one's full up. Also, though, make sure that the potatoes very specifically get stored. And it won't take us long to gather enough materials to make the trip, you know, to make sure that I've got my storage spots full for a trip back. I'm not really after necessarily maximizing the amount of stuff I can get here. Mostly just to get the barrels back. I think I can do one more. That is a lot of materials, so let's stuff that in one of the... There's lots of materials I could go for. What I may do, the problem is that if I'm going to waste a lot of time waiting until the morning if I want to go wreck diving, so I'm actually not going to do that. Not this trip. I might do that next trip. So, the name of the stream, Quest for Fuel. The reason being is I'm getting very close to the point at which, within a couple of trips anyway, that I'm going to have a fuel-powered raft. And I have been in quite a number of locations all over this island chain collecting resources in preparation for building a decent home to live in. Back on my main island. Lots of PV plants. I will pick those up at some point later in order to manufacture goods from them. Just collecting some of these because you always need that for being able to generate water. And in fact, I can go in here and do this and collect a whole bunch of these at once. Fibrous leaves. Oh, there's another one. Alright. Another one. A little hard to see in the dark. Okay, at least one more of those. Like I missed any there, but if I did, it's alright. More will grow. I do not have Kawawa fruit yet. So let's grab one of those and see if we can't plant that back home. I may need to build some more farms specifically to add that particular fruit to the mix. Don't mind having a mix of fruits. Really more after the potatoes in the short term though. But now comes the tricky bit. I gotta be able to make my way back home. So, where is my raft? Or no, where is my, not my raft, my camp. There it is. Campsite. Save now, save often, save forever. Okay, I'm going to save these 4 for my next trip. Let's keep this simple because I need to make one last trip anyway in order to be able to pick up the rest of the barrels. And at that time, maybe I'll do a little diving amongst the wrecks here. I'm not too worried about that. I've collected a lot of materials, so most of the issue is just to keep myself... is there anything here? No, you have gotten everything. I'm pretty sure I've gotten that bit of foamy splash and another one over there, but we'll come back and fully wreck dive this place if we haven't already on a future trip. I want to get back to my main island. Sure I can do that reliably, so that's going to be complicated. We seem to be drifting a bit. Alright, so we're going to adjust the barrels just a little bit so that it's a little bit more centered on the raft because these are not really well secured. Try to point this outward, hit the magic go button, race back to the tiller. No, come on. No, alright, Alright, we're caught on something because we're a little bit heavy. That's fine. Nope, except we gotta be real careful not to get off the raft while that's still going. So, it is possible to hop off the raft and with the sail up and have it sail out from under you. Have it race away from you. And it is just possible to catch up again, but it is not a pleasant experience, so don't do it if you don't have to. Oh, bloody hell. That's a problem. Alright, come on, come on. Let's quickly get these resituated before it becomes a problem, and that illustrates the major issue. Nope, 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 nope. Well, that could have been a catastrophe. As it is, it's only a minor disaster. We're just going to lazily drift away from that problem. Now, here's the thing. I need to go roughly that direction over to that island and then turn north. So let's get our bearings as long as we're sitting here drifting anyway. Oh, that is north. That's north. To me, dead south. To me, dead. I'm not ashamed to admit this, I'm a little bit lost. Pretty sure I have to head south to get home, which I think means I have to go past that island. Well, we're gonna find out, aren't we? No, what I need to do is I need to go west, and then I need to go south. Pretty sure. That is such a lovely sunset. Well, moon set, sorry. Sunrise, because sun will be coming up on that side of us. Yes. Yes, I'm pretty sure this is how it is. So, the thing is, this island that I'm heading for now is actually 2 islands north of my main island. So I'm going to head west to this, west-ish, a little bit north of us now because of the way I came off that island. But I'm going to head west until I'm past that island a bit, or you know, getting a little bit further along that island. Then I'm going to turn north, which will take me past that island and another one up there, and my island's beyond that. So during my off hours, I am drifting, so we have to fix that a little bit. I have explored well beyond my initial ring of islands. It's gotten to the point where I actually have to start navigating by compass in order to be able to reasonably make my way out and back. But part of the other problem with this, aside from the fact that it takes longer in order for me to get anywhere, let's head south now. Is incredibly easy to get lost, even with my breadcrumb trail of arrows pointing me at islands that I've either come from or gone to. And because they're not laid out in a super convenient grid, it means that it is actually kind of confusing to figure out exactly which islands you've been to and not when you're out in the open ocean if you're not like super exact with the compass. So takes a little bit of practice, and I don't always get it right. And it often means a lot of restarts because you get hopelessly lost, and the amount of time it takes you to get back exceeds your resources. It can get really complicated in a hurry, and it doesn't make for terribly compelling gameplay. So hopefully, like at least from the point of view of watching it on a stream. So hopefully, I can make it back home, drop this stuff off, show you what it looks like on my main island. That might be my island ahead of me, maybe? It might very well be. As I am leaving those islands behind, but you can see that there are other islands on the horizon. I've been to that one and that one. Yes, I'm headed there. So it's unfair to say that the place I'm after or the place that I came from was 2 islands back. It's technically only 1 island back, but it's at twice the distance because there's like sort of if this were laid out in a bit more of a ring or grid pattern, there'd be another one about here-ish. Used to be that everything was in a nice, even grid, and now it is not. And I find that lovely, and yet just a little bit more challenging. Now we're coming up from the other side of the island than I think I was largely traveling from for the last couple of episodes. I was either coming, I think, from that direction or from that direction, the other the opposite end of the island chain. I believe one of my beacons is here, another one is out there. And we're just going to tuck in a little tighter. Really hoping I got this right. And as you can see the farms coming up right there as they come into view. So I have in fact gotten this correct. I'm just going to tuck in this direction so that I can leave more easily. Gotta watch out for some of the spires of rock that are... Oh, dang it. Every time it's something. Yeah, there's one little outcropping of rock way out here in the ocean. Oh, and my sail's still up. This is bad. Oh, remember what I said? That the raft can get away from you? Gotta be real careful about that. Alright, so I've taken that off. I'm going to drop anchor, so that's fine. And I'm just going to get these things on shore, so at least they're on shore. So, I'm going to talk about the changes to the islands since last time I streamed this in a moment. Let me just get these off here so that I feel like everything's okay. So, as you can see here, I started to expand my island's farming just a little bit. I've got a row of fruit trees in the back. They're all the same fruit tree. I really should diversify a little bit. I've also got potatoes growing because potatoes are the thing that you need to make fuel so that I can have a fuel-powered craft. So this is the name of my stream. I need to get to the point where I've gotten this potato grown. Oh, hey, take a look at that. And in fact have replicated it into the new crop, right? Did I have actually potatoes anywhere in here? I thought I had one more potato. One potato, 2 potato, there we go. So we're gonna plant that immediately as well. And then we are going to go and grab the, where's my water resource? Do I have it on me? Oh, hello. Oh, I left my water bottle back at the other encampment, right? That's fine. But that's why I have a backup water transfer device right here for the farms. I just want to make sure my ever important potatoes are well watered, because it's the one thing that I really want. I mean, I can live with these guys not growing really quickly. I really don't want the potatoes to go under. I want them for fuel. So there we go. And while we are here, I am going to, I remember to fill that back up again, get some water back into my system. So, let's go and address the elephant in the room. I have been busy. So, now I haven't built any more specifically to the main bits of my campsite, but I've gotten most of the stuff organized. I've gotten tech and trinkets in here for a large part, and fishing spears there. You can see that I've grown my supply of wood a little bit, although some of it has been used as I go. This isn't like monstrously bigger than I used to have it, but a lot of that's going to get eaten up when I start building. Now I haven't started building my main building that I'm going to be building in here yet. I'm going to do at least some of that on stream just because why not. Trying to find spots where I can put these sticks without them flying all over the damn place. Alright, there we go. Save the game while I'm here. How are we doing on water? We are real low on water, so let's just solve that. And then replenish it like this. Okay. Bring some more of those for the other water thing when I wander back there. Right. And, except I didn't need to do that because there's a pile of them in here too. Right. Oh, that's not what I wanted to bring up. Stop racing around, please. Thank you. Alright. Enormous stack of sticks. But that is going to get eaten up pretty quickly. Now, for those of you just joining my stream, I didn't denude a bunch of islands taking all the resources to produce that. I've taken one palm tree at most, I think, from almost all of my islands, plus a whole bunch of ficus trees, which produce sticks as well, which regrow really, really fast. So I tried to be environmentally friendly while collecting this enormous pile of sticks, because this is going to get eaten up super fast when I start actually building the building. Right, let's... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and I go 1, 2, drop. There we go. And I'm going to take the other 4 back to the other water hole, so that's fine. That's making more water. Need a little bit of food. So let's grab a smoked medium meat, which gets me up to where? Not all the way up. Let's grab another one of those. That's way better. Plus, I'm going to need more water. Sure. Right. That'll tide me over for the moment while I get a little bit more organized here. Alright. I'm going to add some farming plots. A couple of farming plots, 2 of them anyway, to work with my... the new fruit that I've got. Or maybe I'll make... how do I want to do this? I will make another... Let's get diversified. I don't mind getting diversified. So let's figure out... Go into the farming category. No, not that. Farming. There we go. Wood farming plot just requires rope and sticks. Okay, so I'm going to build... I'm going to go for another 4 fruit trees. I'm going to have 4 of each kind of thing, except maybe my potatoes. Is that a good idea? Because that will give me 4 of each kind of fruit, which I can take with me. Do I need 4 of each kind of fruit? It's a lot to maintain. But I do want to get this planted. Okay. I am going to think about this. Diversity is good. How much do I want to diversify here? Because if I add another... What I really want is a fair few potato plants. That's kind of the key thing. Alright, so we're going to pick a cur fruit off of this. We're going to pick all the cur fruit. So cur fruit, cur fruit, cur fruit, cur fruit. What we're then going to do... I wonder... I'm going to see if I can repurpose... Yes. So we're going to clear these. And we're going to go with the Kawawa fruit. And I guess I technically didn't need to clear this one, but eventually this will grow, and I'll place it over here, and Bob's your uncle will have at least 2 different kinds of fruit without me having to build a bunch more plots yet. Although this entire thing is eventually going to be plots. But the minute I get too many of them, I'm probably going to need more water stations, so that's a thing. It's a whole thing. Alright, so that's prepped. I need more water. Just to make sure that that tree is well watered. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. Oh, and I can get rid of the hoe because I don't need to carry that with me. I have got lots of fruit. Fruit is good. Let's take the barrel and put the barrel where the barrels go. So you can see I've got piles of empty boxes here. Every one of these right in the central area is empty. It's just stuff I've collected, and I'll use them for storage, amongst other things. Here, wood, metal sheets. You saw some of this before, I'm sure, if you've seen my other streams. So we've got air compressors, which we'll use to make air guns at some point. All of the vehicle parts are here. We got piles of those. I got a lot of widgety stuff here, and tools, compasses, and we do have an air gun. I made one of those. I'm not practiced with it, and I haven't taken it with me yet. I think what I may do is I'm going to go reclaim my bow and arrow. I'm pretty good with the bow and arrow. I like using it. I will bring this out specifically if I'm going into regions I know where I'm going to battle like really big mean guys. So you know what? I'm gonna keep it to the bow and arrow. I got some hand spears there, and rocks, for example, clay, manufactured goods or stuff that can be made into it for materials. And so I've gotten at least a little bit organized here. I don't have all the tech bits built, but I don't need them. I don't have any interest in building wood planks at the moment, so I don't have a station for that. And I do have a still that I have not yet used. This is the target, actually, of this mission, is to get enough potatoes growing and grown to make this fuel thing a concern, something that can work for me. And I think what I may have to do ultimately is I think I need to, in order to fully fill this, if I'm not mistaken, I need 4 potatoes, which I've got growing. But while that's distilling, I'm going to want to make sure I can keep growing potatoes. I may need more potatoes. I got to see what the relative rate of... Like, this is going to produce fuel, I think, pretty quickly, but those don't grow very quickly, so I may end up having more plots of potatoes eventually, and I'm going to see how that plays out. But I need to get the potatoes grown. And in the meantime, I want to collect all of my gear back from that island, do some final diving. So, at the end of this, what I hope to have is I hope to have a version... Okay, I gotta make sure I stay hydrated. A version of my raft that is gasoline powered, because I have all the parts to build it, has a backup of the sail. I'm not going to get rid of it. And so that I can steer with either the motor or with the tiller. So it's going to be kind of a hybrid, as it were, because I want to make sure that I can't get caught out there. But I'm going to do most of my exploring with the gas engine because it's faster. But I want to make sure that whenever I return here, which I regularly do, I don't run out of the availability of fuel. I don't want to sit around and wait for fuel if I can help it. So that's the new thing. Let's get on with this. More food. Okay. Save. That was tasty. Let's go and book it to... So I gotta unpack this still, don't I? Or did I? No, I already got all this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I've got most of the resources I want, and the only reason to bring more than 3 boxes is if I expect to bring back a lot of extra materials, which I don't this trip. Of the materials that I do bring back that are extra are going to be specifically additional boxes. So, I'm going to bring this over. The other thing that I'm going to start thinking about doing this trip, I'm not going to do anything with the raft materials. This is just ridiculous. I've got all of this raft material stuff for raft materials. Those might get turned into fish net bobs because I think that is another thing that uses these. So these won't be used for rafts, at least for the short term. These could be. I just don't need my raft to be that much bigger. So it's mostly just excess material at this point. But I'm going to start building my building in here. I'm going to build myself a nice sort of 2 or 3 level thing, nice patios on the top, maybe some decks out front. We'll find out. I'm not sure what that's going to look like. I'm going to, not really that much of an architect, but it's going to be fun finding out. Alright, save once more. We're going to try to make it back to the other island. And if we screw up getting back to the island, we're going to be making this trip again. You're good. Okay, let's go. So, so all of these, I've been to all of these initial islands. I've been to most of the islands one beyond these initial islands, with the exception of, well, directly south, where we're going to be going. There's a whole little cluster of islands, only a couple of which I've actually been to. So it's still ripe for the picking out there if I need more resources. I just don't need more resources. I need more exotic resources. Like, it took me a while to find the potatoes. That was a big thing. That's one of the reasons why. Come on. There we go. So, hang a sharp left. It's one of the reasons why I've been spending so much time doing the resource hunting, is partly to build up a supply so that I don't run out, or that at least I've got enough bases established that now I can just visit the local islands, gather whatever raw materials I need, without feeling like I'm denuding the place, or just wrecking the environment. But also to try to scope out and slurp on stream. Gotta love that that diet beverage in the morning, because breakfast of champions, right? I just don't have any coffee on me, so that's the way it's gonna go today. I wanted to find potatoes, which took me a while to find. I only just found one last stream and one this stream, more or less by accident. But that, as I was gathering other materials, but that's totally fine. So that's good. I have not found any of the gyrocopter parts yet, which I know is a thing, because I kind of vaguely had a hint of that from before playing this game, but I also see it in my parts list as things to gather. I haven't seen any aircraft parts yet. I haven't, except by accident once, seen any specialty locations yet, of which there are a few that aren't just islands. Where are we going? Want to go more or less north. That'll do. We're after the first main island that's in front of us, past this one, and then off to the right. So I think it's that one. But I'm gonna go here first and then hang a right. I've made this mistake a couple of times. I've investigated the one ahead of me and more or less gotten all of its sunken treasures, as it were. I've been to this one, which we're going to now, and I've gotten established and gotten a tree down, a bunch of ficus, and a bunch of the soft fibrous leaves. Like, I've basically done my colonization pattern, but I haven't gotten all the wrecks off of it, and I'm not sure I will. It kind of depends when I get there. In fact, I probably will. Oh, you see, I've started to list to the right, and while I am intending on going to the right eventually, I don't want to do it just now. I want to, if I don't keep my patterns of travel reasonably rigorous, I'm going to get lost. And that makes for terrible viewing on stream because then I do a bunch of restarts and I hunt around until I find out where the heck everything's gone to. That being said, I am after, at this point, building up my fuel reserves, being able to travel fast by way of those fuel reserves, and then doing a little exploring where it matters a little bit less which direction I go, because I've got enough known islands laid out that I can guess which direction to go, find an island I've been to after I get lost, and then make my way home because I've got my little breadcrumb arrows leading those places. I did not mean to do that. Pretty sure it's actually that island I'm going to. Yeah, so that's the island that I headed to dead north, more or less dead north, of my island. And from that, there's a whole ring of islands around here. And I've been to only the central one and the one immediately off to the east. And there's, like, I can just see one over there. There's another one that's just passed. It's a whole other little chain, or a whole other little cluster of islands. Alright, I think we're going to turn here. I think this is the island we're headed for. Once I do get gas powered, I may very rapidly do a rapid fire colonization of these, where my only purpose is to establish campfires. Might do a little wreck diving, don't need to do it really completely, but mostly just so I have a way back home. Because this, there are quite a lot of islands here, more so than I remember in the original game. Like, they made it a little bit more expansive, I think. When I say original game, I mean, many years ago when I started playing this. I'm just a little worried that if I get lost out there, I won't be able to find an island that has one of my campfires on it, and I won't be able to get to where I'm going. A little bit worrisome. I want to at least have a lot of the islands that I visit able to convey me back home. And I don't need the resources at that point. At this point. That's sort of a thing. As far as raw resources go, I don't need them. I'm after specialty items and sort of story beat points at this point, at least more so, while I am building my home away from home. All right. And there we go. We have correctly done this, because these are the two barrels that I explicitly came back for. These are amongst the hardest to get non-renewable resources. So they only exist in wrecks. You can only transport them, kind of like what I'm doing now, with a big enough raft that doesn't sink under their weight. You can't put them in your inventory. And so when I embark on a transport of this, I like to be thorough. Just get it done. Where do I want to place this? I think with placing us here. Okay, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to nudge this back. Try to center this weight a little bit. That should actually do really, really nicely. I am also, just as a precursor, am I going to stay here long? I may do one bout of wreck diving while I'm here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep my departure a little bit by, come on, just reorienting my craft ahead of time. Oh, my sail's still up. That's a problem. Sail's still, whatever, deployed. And if I'm not very careful, it will get away from me, as it did earlier on in this very stream. Just don't do that. Just don't. Alright. Get you scooted around. I'm going to jump on. Lock you in place. And now I'm more or less ready to just, go. But I feel like going. Mostly just as a convenience to me. Oh, and I'm getting hurt by something. Probably a crab. Got rid of all the serious threats on this island a while ago. Alright, so... but I mean, they will respawn. Alright, bow and arrow are here. But I have brought these, not so much for resources, but just for packing up my gear. So, let's actually do that. Let's... I'm not going to need my knife, or the fruit, or the compass, for that matter, while I'm in here. Because I'm going to do... I think I'm going to do a little wreck diving. This, I'm going to put... Oh, except I'm going to want that. I might want that. I do a last little bit of wreck diving here, but there's my water bottle. Just going to pack up all the gear. The primary mode of the wreck diving at this point is either to get more boxes, which may still exist out there, or to get more of the, you know, barrels and buoys and that sort of thing. Because this is the last time I'll be on this island explicitly for at least a little bit. Let's just... Losing what little memory I have in my totally young age. Yeah, see, I haven't been to all of the places on this island yet, because there's a box right there. It's a really silly thing to be doing in the middle of the night, but I might be able to get, yeah, because this is gonna actually be quite a big ship. And I can't see diddly, so we are gonna wait until the morning to do this, and that's totally fine. That's not unexpected. But since I found at least one box I hadn't explored or I hadn't picked up, I'm going to assume there's probably more. There's a shark too, which doesn't make things all that happy for me. Alright, how are we doing for resources? Not bad, but we could make do with a coconut or two. So let's grab a coconut. Use this to augment our water supply, although this is a bit silly because I do actually have all that fruit, and it's going to go to waste if I don't actually use it. So we'll do one of these because why not? We can't eat and drink very much of that anyway. Alright. Nope. Down. Okay. We'll actually use a slurp from this just to augment the water side of this. Come on. Now we're in really good shape. So we're going to save. We're going to sleep. Morning, we're going to do a little wreck diving. Clean out the last of those wrecks if we can. Okay, we're going to grab one of those pieces of fruit. Because that conveniently gives us a little bit of water back and a little bit of food. That'll easily buy us enough leeway to go and do a little diving over here. Alright. Let's do this thing. Let's check around. See if there's anything on the surface other than the stingray. Thank you very much. Alright. Booting it down a level. We have an open door. Have we been in here? It's possible we've been in here. That's empty. That's empty. So maybe we only missed the one box. And you know, if that's the case, that's, you know, all the better for us. Because frankly, this place is bloody dangerous. All right. Let's go get some air. Let's do this thing. All the way around. Alright, so the way in is here. So we're going to go up and get air again. Alright, here we go. See what we can find. We can't because that's not actually an entrance. It used to be an entrance. It's now caved in. Is that the idea? That's a problem. Okay. Yeah, it's been actually filled in. Okay, that's fine. Let's boot it back up for some air. We gotta find another way in here. There we go. All right, one more time. All right, down. All right, quickly scan. We have not been in here yet. That's a good thing in some sense. Oh, and there's a hole out to the side, so that's a thing. Don't know if I can get to that lower level. Gotta be speedy here. Don't have a lot of time. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Wasn't super productive, but we found there's a breach over on this side. We're gonna see if we can go down, but come into the bow of the craft. Right, so that's fine. It's actually down here somewhere. There it is. So that's the way we came in, but we can't get into the back of that. Maybe we can get in from the back and under and up to the bow, because there's no other entrance on here that I can see. Okay, that's fine. Speedy as we can. Is there a way into that lower section? Wow, it really doesn't look like it. It looks like this is basically jammed up and there's actually nothing past that, and we can't get through here. There's no way to chop my way in through that. There's literally no way past this bulkhead. Is there? Because... No. There's no way in there, because the only way that even remotely looks like you can get in is through that hatch, which you can't open. And you can't get in past that. Well, that's unfortunate. But that's okay. If there's a way past that, it's beyond my immediate understanding, so. Maybe I find a really strong axe or something at some point to be able to get past that. So looking for any sources of bubbles before I head back home. So like I said, this will likely be the last time I visit this specific island for a while, having gotten all its wrecks. Yeah, so I think we're basically done here. So, let's go gather. Do we have any more slots? Actually, I kind of do. I'm going to grab that, and we'll grab the fibrous leaves because, you know, it can't hurt. I'm going to save the game. And we're on our way home. And hopefully we'll have enough potatoes to start up that last plantation. Really? Really? Jeez, those things are deadlier than you may think. Alright, here we go. Now, before we head out, let's do a little planning here. Because I have failed to plan here. Because I need a compass. There it is. Arduino can supplies, but why don't we have another fruit while we're here? Okay, we are headed roughly west, and by west I kind of mean that island, which is off to the northwest. But then we're going to head south. Past that island. The reason we want to go west first is we want to get a little bit south of that island and then head south further, which will take us beyond and past that island. I have no idea what that is. Right? There's just yeah, it's just too much. Too much. All right, so are we moving forward? We're moving forward, so we're gonna hang a right, at least a little bit. That's a little bit too much, right? Right, so we'll head this way a little ways. As soon as we get close enough to that island, we're gonna turn left and head south to where home is, which is over there somewhere. Some luck, we'll be able to get some fuel going pretty quick. And what I will actually do, because there's really no reason at this point not to do this, is to actually augment this. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to leave this tiller where it is. I'm going to add another row of 3 back here, and of planks back here, and I'm going to add the motor off the tail end of that. Because I do want to be able to be both sail-worthy and motor-worthy, but the motor, I believe, is basically its own tiller. Like, it's a directional motor. Yeah, okay, we can turn north now, I think. Or, sorry, south now. Keeping that guy on our left. Alright, so let's try this. Alright, that should take us home. Just gotta keep an eye on the direction. Alright. Because we are kind of turning to the left a little bit. Alright. Just gonna edge that a little bit towards the southwest. Just a hair. Alright. I even think I can just barely see the island off in the distance, and that's home. So that's great. We're making our way back home. So yeah, I'm gonna turn this into a hybrid craft. Because it's possible I'll just get caught out there without fuel at some point, because I'm not gonna have distilleries all over the place, at least not unless this place proves so big that I literally need to build an empire by my own hands. Minor little course corrections. So if I've been there and there, I know I've been to this one. I think I've been to that one as well by way of pushing past this island and pushing past the northern island, because I think I have I vaguely recall there's one island where I accidentally colonized it twice because I came at it from two different directions, and I think that's the one. I'm getting my bearings here. It's a lovely little optical effect here that I adore. The fact that my walking speed is about the same as my raft speed, so if I do this, I'm almost stationary with the ocean. Ah, that's great. Small things amuse me, what can I say? Right. Gotta course correct a little bit here. So, yeah, in addition to this, I just recently started playing Star Wars Squadrons. Yay, because I like a little Star Wars. Who doesn't? Well, I guess actually there's a lot of people who don't like Star Wars, but it's been a part of my life since childhood, and it's fun. Yeah, so I played the single player game, the first sort of two missions that are in the prologue, so you can get a feel of how the game plays, and that was pretty cool. And I will probably play that in a little while on this stream. The next time I play the story mode, I will do that. I'll probably go from where I left off. I probably won't play from the very, very beginning. Mostly because I don't want to create a new character just for that. I've only just started with this one, so why not bring you along for my own ride? Like I like flight games. I mean, even though this isn't very realistic space flight in any sense, it does it's fighter pilots in space. Aircraft fighter pilots in space. Which I gotta be careful of that rock. I always hit that damn rock because it creeps up out of nowhere. I gotta put a lantern on it at some point. Yeah, and I can never see it because it spawns in right at the last minute. You're gonna make me. You are totally. I hate that. All right, hang on. We're gonna do that so the thing doesn't fly away. I'm gonna actually. I mean, it's not gonna actually help all that much if it spawns in that late, but. Come on, what's your problem here? Oh, I see. I see what your problem is here. You're actually caught. I'm just gonna pull you over those rocks. Right into another rock. Genius! I'm smart. SMRT. Alright. I gotta go rescue a barrel. The grab mechanics here aren't brilliant, but once you realize it just sort of dangles from the point at which you pick it up on, which is not uncommon in games, it's not terrible. Anyway. Make it work. Alright. And we're rotating around because of course we are. Are you going to sling us free? That'd be nice. No, you're not, because you're irritating as all heck. So here's what we're going to do. I am tired of setting you, so I'm just going to carry you back to shore. So we are literally in the shallows anyway. And then I'll fix the raft. Did I knock my lantern over? No, there it is. Oh, we, I guess, got bumped by a shark. I'm not sure what that was about, but that's okay. We'll just... Gotta go rescue the thing itself. Sure, why don't we do that, and then we'll just swing hard around these rocks. So I think what I want to do as a next bit of exploration is to go beyond to the next ring of islands that's beyond the one that's on this. I think there's one on this side, and if there isn't, I should head off that direction anyway. You can just see an island out there, which I've almost certainly been to because it's within shot of this island. Because I've done all the nearby ones. But I want to go one beyond that, so that may be my next target for visiting. Alright. We're just going to bring this around the side here and then park it so that it's on this side. Or we could just park it here because... I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore! There's the island I've been to, and I'm going to go to maybe to that one next and then colonize one beyond it because I don't think I've been in that direction. So many places to be careful of that guy. Alright. Let's unpack. So let's actually eat the fruit because otherwise it's just going to spoil. Oh, it's already spoiled. Damn it. You know what? I am going to create a sort of trash container that I can then take out into the ocean and dump way out there where it's not going to bug anybody, including me. So that's the problem with the fruit. It's fun to grow, and it almost certainly keeps you healthy, but where am I going to put this? I'll put this on this side of my campsite so that it's nearby. Fruit's good in this game for keeping you healthy, and it gives you both... 2 of them, right? I lost 2 of them. Need water. But it goes bad really, really fast. So, I wish there was a way to preserve it longer, but there just isn't. So, I'm probably not going to grow more than what I already have. But we got some potatoes going on here, so that's a good thing. Are we in the water department? We're actually full up. You're okay. What have we got here? Potato wood farming plot. Are any of these actual potatoes? No. None of them have grown to actual potato stage yet. But we are also in a position. Do I have my water thing? Not on me. It's in one of the it's in one of the containers. So we are going to make sure you're watered. How are you doing? Ooh, that's less good. The other thing is if you don't keep these things watered, they dry out. And that one's actually dead. And so's that one. So I have left these too long without water. And this is the, so this is the complication that comes from farming, is you suddenly have to be here a lot more. That's a problem. Okay. So, word to the wise, don't throw away the fruit. Because that is what's going to restore those plants. And I need a thing that I can carry more water in. So... Alright. go and recover these. So actually, we are going to... I have a container already over there for farming related stuff. So, spoiled fruit no longer gets tossed out ever. New rule! Because of what I just mentioned, is that you may need to recover from a disaster. And that also means I probably shouldn't head out until I've got well established with the other kind of fruit that I have here, as well as come on, get in there. As well as the potatoes. So let's do the things here. So water, you're watered well enough for the moment. You're dead and you're dead, but we're going to make sure that you are watered in a moment. You, I'm going to make sure you're watered. Make sure you're watered, which I can't. You've just made one, so we're gonna water you. No, because I don't have an extra fruit yet. Okay, it's fine. It's all good. It's all good. We can make this work. Right. Oops, not what I wanted to do. Drop that, please. You don't have anything. You just have my knife, which is fine. You have weapons, and you have parts. I'm going to put away the parts. So you... hold on to one of them. Right. You... What do I have? I think I have the one with the big hoses, which is this guy. A label maker, which I admit I don't have a container for yet. I will get there. I have the empty coconut flask, which I will leave over there once I fill this thing with water, which I have now done. I need 4 more of these. Yeah, so I've really got to be careful not to let these things die out. Certainly not until I have a backup of spoiled stuff. You're good. You need more water. And you need more water. Got to build another water still. If nothing else, I need to get to the point. Arguably, I need to get to the point where I have so many water stills that the act of raining fills all of them simultaneously, and then I can draw off of that until the next rain. That's actually what I need to do from a farming perspective, so that I don't have to keep doing it this way. Not that I don't have more or less unlimited supply of that, but I'm also lazy, so... save a game while we're here, because I need water too, and doing all this running around rigmarole is silly, which means I'm probably also going to want to make another clay pot to keep over here. Oh, Lord. Okay. So you're good, you are less good. You're okay now. You're okay now. You're okay now. At least at the 3/4 mark on everything that is growing something actively, I think I'll be able to live. Yeah. Okay, we're all good. All these fronts. Okay. All right. Let's actually figure this out. Got installed because we're waiting for potatoes anyway. Like, it's not like this is the target, but it's going to take some time to sort out. So that's actually, because like literally like another day to get the next potato. Maybe another day on top of that to get one from here. So like when these both bring up potatoes, actually, and this one, when they all bring up potatoes, I can bring at least one potato in here and get it planted, and I'll have 3 to play with in terms of fuel. Alright, so what do I need clay-wise to make a pot? To make another water carrier. So that I can do a water carrier over there independently of me having one here to carry with me. That's going to need clay, so that's going to need... Let's do some things here. That's under consumables, I think. Water skin, splint, antidote is water bottle. Here we go. 1 rope and 2 clay, but I also need to be at the kiln. I can totally do that. So, nope, put that down. 2 clay? Did I need 2 clay? Yes, I did. Alright. A rope. Not what I wanted to do. Alright, you... I don't know, you get to live over here. That is not what I wanted to do at all. Rope. Thank you. Consumables. We're going to make a separate water bottle at the kiln. It had to be at the kiln. That's fine. Okay. Spare water bottle. We're going to leave the water bottle. I already left the 1 water bottle there, so I'm good on that front. Okay, what do I want? I want to build more stills. I need to build at least 1 more still here, another still over there, and then I'm going to add more stills here as I add more farmland. But I'm gonna double the amount of stills I have right now, just to satisfy my immediate concerns, possibly with rainwater. Right, I'm going to need cloth. So a couple of those. Consumables? No, it's not under consumables. It's under... Those are all equipment. That's... snares, tool belt pouch, which I really actually haven't used yet. I don't even know how to use the tool belt yet, as you've probably all realized by now. Into all the trouble. Farming. Nope, it's not under farming. Not under consumables. Fire torch, fishing cloth, refined axe, etc., no. Oh yeah, it's got to be under buildings. Here we go. Smoker, so water still. Okay, so I need more coconut flasks. Right, okay, I can build all of this. So I actually have a coconut flask on me, so let's get the first still built. To do that, I need to double up on... I'm going to need 6 rocks, 2 ropes, and 2 fronds. So 2 ropes, 2 fronds, more rocks than brains, so that's not a problem. So let's build the second still over here again. How do I want to do this? I'm not sure how I want to do this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build it like this and have a row up the middle. So there. So now I can come in here and just get access to both of them. And if I do it down both sides, I still have a way to get access to both of them. Right. Okay. So having done that, I need to build another coconut flask, which means I need a coconut. I don't have a lovely bunch of coconuts. Fiddly-dee-dee. There they are. Now they're hanging in a row. Yeah, I can build with what I have. I think I need another rope because I think I needed a rope to build that. So, in order to build the water still again, I need another rope. So here is really. There we go, another rope. I'm going to build another water still here. So these are going to be my 2 personal water stills. And I'm going to have my farming water stills over there. And I may need more than one of these in the very long run, but I think this is a smart move because of just because of the rainwater issue. Because the rain will fill all of them up in parallel. At no resource cost. And literally, if I have enough of these, I will never want for water because I will literally have water everywhere. And every drop to drink. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get you going. That's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Select back a bunch of these actually because I'm going to go back to the other one to make sure it's working okay. Still not on the issue of fuel. I promised you fuel. I will get you fuel. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. And I don't have enough for that one. That's fantastic. But I do have enough to fill that. How am I doing for liquid? I could do with another slurp. Okay. So you're good. Okay, so both of you are up to snuff. That is fine. Still not producing any potatoes. That's fine. We will get there. Okay, the farming is largely taken care of. What a nuisance. Was my next task. I was going to build more. I'm going to try to figure out my raft. So that's the next thing, is I want to expand the raft. And I parked it way the hell over. Oh, right there. So that's actually good. So I'm going to want to build my engine, but my engine's got to be built off of sort of a centralized location. Building the engine isn't the issue. What I'm going to want to do, I have 1, 2, 3. I've got enough tires to do the 2 sides. So as a sense of symmetry, we're just going to use up the tires here. That needs rope. How? I think I need a hammer to do this. Let's just grab that. Vehicles. We're doing a tire raft base. Oh, actually, I can actually do quite a few with the tires alone. Takes 3 barrels, but only 2 tires. Neat. Okay, so anyway. Here's some tires. Right, because what I'm going to do, I can't put one off the end here until I build the 2 sides. So I'm going to build that and that. Right, this is what we're gonna do. We have a plan. I'm gonna need 2 more sections, and I can build that entirely out of the tire bases. Although, admittedly, I do have a lot of barrels. Alright, I'm gonna do at least 1 more tire base because I have a ridiculous sense of symmetry. So there's that. So 1 more tire base. Build a barrel base for the middle piece. Barrel base. Actually, that was an interesting thing. What did I actually... No, it's not coming off to the side in the way I expect. Alright, that's fine. In fact, so this is going to situate itself right there. Now you can see the genius of my design for loose levels of genius. So I'm going to build the motor off the back end of that. And then I'll fill in any gaps that I see fit. Now, by the way, you can kind of see why I need so many sticks. Like, I literally need 12 sticks, I think, in order to build the base of this. I need just as many, at least, to build the bases of the floors, to build the walls, and... doesn't matter. Let's, Oh, you can actually make a wood raft base. Well, I did not actually know that, but yeah, I'm already doing everything, so. Wood raft floor. So check that out. Now I have the tiller mechanism there, but I'm going to, which means I've got a thing I've got to walk around whenever I want to get up and walk around it, but that's okay. That's the cost of having a hybrid. So, wow, this is a monster. And I'm going to have the engine off of the back of this. But now I can properly do that. I'm going to have to build the canopy. I'm going to have to extend the canopy back here. I never really liked the canopy all the way out here, though. So I might remove the canopy off the front of this thing and reuse some of the bits further back. Alright. Especially as I'm going to be sitting back a row anyway. 2 rows, actually. In point of fact. Right. You know what? Let's start with the interesting bit of building the engine, which we have not yet done. Because this will be exciting. This will be a first time for this. So one of those, one of these. Nope, I have too many. I have 2 electrical things. Alright, one of these and one of these. So to build this, we are going to need duct tape, and that's all we're going to need in addition to everything that we've done so far. So there's my duct tape, and here, people, is my engine. How do you like them apples? Come on, let me up. Stop being irritating. us place this way. So there we go. We are technically now powered, but we don't have fuel necessarily. Right? No fuel. Okay, so that's fine. So now the thing becomes, I'm going to take this down, which I guess loses me the cloth, more is the pity. It's not actually the bit I wish I could have saved, truth be known. That's a pity. I'll have to get more cloth. Okay, okay. But what I'm gonna do... See, I gotta sit back here, right? So technically speaking... Okay, so if I'm sitting here... I'm reasonably covered from this anyway. So I'll leave these up, because if I have to steer from here, I want shade. But the irony here is... if I'm sitting here, I'm not going to be protected from the back, which means I'm going to have to do an extension like I did on the last one. This raft is going to be a monster again. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's, okay, we're gonna need at least 3 of those. And a whole mess of these. To build the next set of canopies. So that's the problem, is I'm not protected back here. Now, I really wasn't before with that other one anyway. And I'm still not, because there's a great big gap in it. But if I do it here and here, then I at least have coverage at all times except when it's right behind me. I'm going to leave it skinny, because then the center of mass is still considerably forward. Alright. Alright. Two more bases. So 1, 2. Barrel raft base. Flipping monster. Don't have any more sticks. Alright, I need 8 more sticks. principle, I'll need exactly 2 more canopies, and this will be back up to ship shape. Right. Wood base, wood raft floor. Padoink. Wood raft floor. Padoink. Alright, so that's given me a place to ride if I have to steer it by way of this. If I do expand it again, it'll be probably out the front in order to get the pivot point right for this thing, perhaps. Don't think I want to expand this any other complicated way. So at this point, I need 2 more bits of cloth and 8 more sticks. Do I have more cloth? I have lots more cloth. I'm not suffering from cloth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. But you can see how quickly you just eat up the sticks, right? Whenever you're building the raft or whenever you're building the buildings or whatever, I will go through that pile. Once I start actually industriously building that building, which might happen today if I'm feeling up to it, that pile will just vanish, and I'll start having to, harvest ficus trees from all the local islands. Won't have to go much further, mind you, thankfully, but... Alright, we need... Oh, dang, I don't have more rope. That's the other thing I'm missing. Alright, that's gonna be fun. I am constantly gonna be falling through that gap, but, so be it. This actually is a large enough raft that I think I could probably do combat of some of the bigger beasties from it. Like it's now a viable sort of operational platform. Right? Really? Just want to make rope? It's because I'm holding the... It's probably because I'm holding the... Yes, it is. Rope. Rope. Alright, there we go. Vehicles, canopy, plank, that's fine. Raft, canopy, alright, there we go. There is the raft we are going to operate with going forward. It's got just enough shade that I can sit here and be protected from most angles. In either of the driving positions. 2 forms of propulsion. And we don't actually have the fuel, which is the whole name of the stream. Alright. But we are actually in good shape now. So I'm going to drop this off here because I don't need it anymore. Might need water and food though. Yes, I do. So check this action out. Alright, how are we doing? 2 more. And now my restoration... That is not what I meant to do at all, but I've got enough. Yeah, we're good. We're good on those counts. All right, so that's fine. I need food, however, and we are really down on food, so I'm going to do a rare munching on one of my larger meats. There we go. That's good. All right. We are cooking with gas. Almost cooking with gas. We need to actually get the gas, so... How are we doing over here, buddy? There's potato. Okay. So, first things first. Get the potato in there. Get it watered up to snuff. Take a look at and make sure all of the other water is up to snuff. So you don't want to have that problem again. That's fine. And here's a potato. And here's a potato. So, with some luck, these will all come to fruition potato-wise soonish. But this will enable us to at least test the still, which we have not yet been able to do at any point. So, right, let's see what happens. we're going to keep an eye on that and see how much wood is required for each unit of fuel. I'm hoping it's 1 wood per fuel, but I don't actually know that, so let's figure that out, shall we? Okay, so wow, our first fuel. We have started the process. Let's go check on our other plants. You're still growing, and you are taking a bloody long time, but that's okay. So we've got some diversity going on here. We have plenty of water in our backup water facilities, and we have barrels that we haven't actually taken to the proper spot. So got a couple extra barrels to add to the pile. And I pushed boxes into everything because that's just how I roll. These are all empties anyway, but I'm making a nuisance of absolutely everything here. Let's get you out of the way and up on the hill. I gotta do something with all these empties. I mean, I still need to use them, but maybe I'll take a moment and stack them all. Alright. I'm gonna let that cook for a moment and go get myself a refresher on my beverage. I am going to not throw up the away from keyboard screen. I'm just going to leave this here for a moment, so I will be back. Do not worry. Oh, and take a look at that. It is raining, and so I didn't need to actually feed the... This is the reason I want multiple water stills, is because this would refill all of them at once. I don't want to have to spend time gathering materials. Anyway, I will be back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, and I'm back at the still, and I will take a look around at what's going on in a second. It's nice to see that the land is getting a little bit of rain. I'm just going to double check to see... Okay, yeah, audio stream is still working. Okay, great. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Alright. So, we're doing great on the water department. That'll keep everything nice and fresh. We have... The fuel still is actually up by 1 unit. Collected 1 unit, and we've used about a quarter of a unit of fuel, so it's not quite 1-to-1. It's actually good, but it does take a while to do this. We'll have to see whether or not we need more than We'll have to see whether or not, or how quickly we actually use the fuel in practice, and whether or not we need more farming facilities. Okay, so once we get this, and once we get the fuel prepared here, we will take the raft out for a spin to see how it behaves. Big long beastie that it is. We're going to test it to see if there's an imbalance, to see whether it still steers properly, still see whether or not we can use wind power. And to do so, we are going to go and visit a short trip over to that island you can just see off the coast to that direction. Not that one, but that one, which is pointed to by that arrow there. Because it's nearby, I've already been to it before, but we can go there, collect some resources like ficus trees and the soft fibrous plants, just to restore some of the supplies we just used. No big deal, but it will be our sort of test run to a known location that we can easily get back from without any complications. And we'll use that as a measure of how much fuel we're using, so we have a kind of an idea of what's going on. This is good. This is exciting. Because this is kind of crossing the next threshold, right? I'm at the point where I will be able to get around this area more or less as fast as possible on a large raft. It may be possible to get there faster on a little teeny tiny raft, but I'm not really going to build two because I don't think I really need a super fast skipper to move around. I'd rather move around on a craft that I can... Even if I find really big beasties, I can like maneuver around on the rafts safely. Although, what I'm going to do as a matter of policy, I think, is keep at least one empty container on the raft with some emergency weaponry supplies. And I think... I may just actually spend a moment and create more spear gun arrows to see what my capacity on that is, as sort of one carrying unit. Alright, so this is the new task. Figure out how many of these I need, what do I need to make those? So for spear gun... arrows, I need... See, these are a little expensive in the sense that they all require... Well, no, these are renewable and these are renewable. So it's actually a really good... So I need to build another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see I'm dwindling my supplies here a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. But did I see that there was a fishing rod in that list? Is that a thing we can even make? No, crude fishing spear. Oh yeah, we can make a fishing rod. Huh. Suppose that's useful if you're out on the ocean. I guess if you want to fish out on the ocean for more exotic fish or something and then bring them back home, but you can spearfish around here. I'm not sure what the point of that is. It's interesting. I'll have to look that up. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that right now. So I can just go out with a fishing spear and I can get like 30 fish in a matter of 10 minutes. It's not hard to get fish. How are we doing, guys? Okay, so we're just going to extinguish that because we already have as much fuel. But look at that. So we can make 5 potatoes, I think, into 5 fuel. So I may need to or want to plant another thing of potatoes anyway. But let's find out. We're gonna do this anyway. So, I guess I need a separate fuel container. Okay, I got several bits of mental bubblegum on the go here. So, do I have to do this? Yes. Okay. Having done that, Okay, that's interesting. So I could probably hold 5 fuel back in that previous container, but it's only going to store 4 in the motor, so it's maybe not a big deal. But this is another interesting point, is that I am going to want to have, whenever I head out, a full canister of fuel as a backup, just like I want the spear on board as a backup. So this is going to go not in that container, but it's going to go in this container. Right, along with the spears. Okay, but I do want to see what the maximum number of these I can carry in my possession at once is 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. So I'm just going to carry what I would consider to be a full set. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm using up a lot of these, I know. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can make at least 12. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Wow, I am actually out of fibrous leaves. That's I'm not out of them, but this is, it does run away from you faster than you think it will. Like in terms of resource consumption. Alright, so right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I can't. Okay. You know what? 16 is enough for the moment. I'll figure out what the actual capacity is at some point in the future. But there is our primary. I need a serious weapon at my disposal. Supply chest. Just gonna live right here. Right. Kind of want to get at that from the tiller. So, I'll try to keep it basically here. So that's going to contain, that's going to live there basically permanently. Now I really am going to have to do a resource run for these. I have some spare time, so I'm going to harvest this island of those resources. And then I will harvest our target test island for testing the engine of its resources in a similar vein. And I'm going to replenish. The target is going to be to replenish these supplies, if nothing else. Because I just made an enormous amount of rope. And I am going to need more of this for water, if nothing else. As you can see, it's not hard to get them, but I do like having a sizable supply of those because they get used so quickly. Come on, where are you? Plus, if I'm honest, I kind of want to start dining on shark meat because they've taken a piece out of me just a little too often. I really kind of have the same issue when I'm playing Raft. It's like, that's it. I'm done with you guys. I am going to sit here and spear at you with my mighty spear until you are speared. How are we doing here? Oh, hello. Hello, look at that. Okay, so you are getting planted, and then I need to make sure that you have enough water, and then I'm going to replenish that water. Okay, so you're fully full now, and now one... There we go. But you can see how quickly I use those up, yeah? So, time to make good on the idea that... you know what? Let's grab a coconut from one of these guys. So might as well make use of that too, at least from a water perspective. Come on. Alright. Mental interface fail. Alright, so there we go. We got that sorted out. Phew! Alright. Lots of water going on there, so that's fine. Save the game. Yeah, okay, so we've got our you're doing okay, you're doing fine. We've got you growing as a potato. You're freshly planted. You're still doing okay. Yeah. All right. What time is it? It is not quite midnight. It's only 11 o'clock, and I don't have anything I want to do, so we are going to sleep. Not in the smoker. Come on, brain. We're going to sleep, wake up in the morning, and head out. Let's see how our vehicle behaves. All right, so we got up, but of course it's we're just getting to sunrise now. So let's save up and make sure that we got. We need water. Water is our current problem. So that's a fair bit of water plus a small bit of food. We're just going to replenish these. That one's okay. So, we're only going to take 3 boxes with us, because I'm really sure we don't need more. So knife, bow and arrow. I think the other tools I have are on me, so that's fine. Save the game one last time, and we're going to, as the moon sets and the sun rises, we are going to set out on our inaugural powered sail voyage, and that should never have been up for that long. That's just... yes, well, exciting, right? Okay, so let's figure this out. So this is now here, so that's fine. I wonder if I want to rebuild. That has to go off the back of something. It could go off to the front of this. I may reorganize that just because. All right, anyway, let's do that, and let's make sure that we can still steer this thing. Yeah, alright, it's not super fast, but it's alright. But hang on. What we're going to do, actually, is we're going to pop off here, and we're going to pull this around manually, because have to take about 300,000 light years to make a small-ish U-turn. And I want to get going in... Oh, that was risky. That was super risky. I could have accidentally I could have accidentally let the craft get away from me there, and that would have been a disaster. So let's give this a go now. Here we go. Moving. Okay, hang on. I'm just getting a feel for this. Oh, this is even worse in terms of the turning radius, though. So we're not after that island. We're actually after that one off in that direction. Okay, so you actually have to press forward in order to actually get it to motor forward. Alright. Alright. Oh, hello. So I had to turn the sail off because it was interfering with the engine. That's a weird thing, but that's not terrible. The turning radius is way worse. Far worse. So I will have to turn around by sail or by hand. But boy howdy, do you ever get places quickly. Alright. Oh, and I gotta be really careful because there's a starfish right there. But there we go. That was our first trip, and as far as fuel goes, so we had to use about an eighth of a tank for the first ring of islands, and probably a little less than that because this was one of the more distant first ring of islands. So a single thing of fuel is going to last us, especially once we're completely full up, is going to last us a fairly enormous amount of time. It's fair to say. Oh, and I've even got resources here that I haven't picked up in a while. Okay, that's good. So, alright, well, so there we go. There's our boxes. So let's start putting stuff away. And I will actually, for the moment, no, I'll just do that. So I have on me the water. I really don't need the water to be on me, so let's put that away. But I do want the knife on me in case that's conceivably a thing. Alright, so we are going to save the game, because how awesome is that? You were all here for me in the inaugural... Let's just take out this crab, because that's good resources. In the inaugural trip with the powered engine. How magnificent is that? That's just totally fine. Alright. I'm pretty sure I got all of the underground, like, not underground, all of the salvageable boxes from this island, but you never know, so I will take a little look around while I'm here. I just won't treat this as a colonization thing, which means I'm not going to be spending a lot of time chopping down trees this particular trip. I don't need the palm fronds, for example. And the sticks that I can get purely from ficus trees, I believe. So at least keep an eye out for snakes, because that would be embarrassing and problematic. But let's grab a coconut while we're here, right? Because good eating. Alright. So, here we go. Doesn't like his buddy having been... There we go.
Oh, it's disgusting.
See if there are any rock resources we can claim on our way by. We got an aloe plant back home, so we don't need to harvest it here. We'll harvest it back home and plant one eventually. Help keep us in rope and water where appropriate. Where are you? There you are. All right. I'm not gonna worry. Oh, there's a stick we can take with us. Not a lot of ficus trees on this island, so not a lot of wood. We're not really wood starved just at present, so that's fine. Really hard to spot. Anyway, well, there are some ficus trees. Here's one. The wood stick hidden in the bush. All right. Save at our local campsite. Pick up a rock we must have left behind last time, and that's fine. So let's pack away our stuff. Oh, that's full, and that's full. Okay, that's potentially a problem. That can get stuffed into there, though. Whoops. 7. Alright, let's... no, that's the wrong way. Here we go. Okay. That's all I really need to do on this island, aside from make one last trip around just to see if I can spot any underwater stuff that I failed to get, and I don't think there is. I mean, there is basically... there's that underwater thing over here, so let's just take a quick swim out and see if we can spot anything. Don't think so. For the inner string of islands, I was moderately thorough. But I was not moderately thorough enough because, hello. Okay. Nope. Okay, so this is a thing now where I have totally fibbed, apparently. So I'm going to go and claim some of that and figure out how I'm going to transport it out of here. That also means I'm going to check the other area, the other submersibles on the island, to see if I was similarly not thorough. Apparently I'm extra not thorough. There you go. Cute. take a look. Okay, let's start. Oh my god. Okay, so apparently I didn't do any investigation of the submersibles on this. So that's fine. That's fine. Now that we know that, we will now do exactly that. I also noticed, by the way, that a lot of the clay, like I got clay that happened to be around one of the islands just off in the middle of nowhere, no major surprises or anything. But I had to go hunting for it, and it turns out it's very, very frequent to find. Oh, look, another light. I'll totally take that. Very common to find. I want to make sure I get these before the shark eats me. Focus. Get out of here quick. It's very common to find clay near wrecks. So, yeah, if I ever need clay, it's actually remarkably not hard to find at all. I don't know if that's intentional from a game. Okay, that's fine. So, is there anything in here I can condense? No. Alright, so I actually may have to come back here more than once because there's some nice stuff here. Yeah, in fact, because they are not a renewable thing, I want to make sure that I get those back before anything else. And in fact, I'm going to take that out and put that in because I'm likely to need it more. So drop that. I'm going to drop that. And those and those. Okay. Okay, I think I've gotten those two wrecks. Time to go to the one that I saw off the edge here that was, there it is, just poking out of the water. Okay. Okay, so there's that. Let's quickly go in here first. Engine parts. Label and cloth, that's not terrible. Let's go and grab this. So quite a few extra buoy balls. We are not ever wanting for these ever again, I'm wagering. It still says there's something bubbling up from underneath. Is there a hole I can get into? There might be. But probably not. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. So the bubbles don't mean much in this context. So that's fine. So I may have to come back here twice, but that's okay. That's more testing of the engines. I don't mind doing that to try to figure out what it takes to, fuel-wise, to maneuver around the islands. that a ficus? It is a ficus. Alright. So be it. Alright. But now we have a slightly different problem. We have more stuff to take back than we can do comfortably on one trip. So, drop a couple of those. Drop that into that. Got a label maker I don't know what to do with. So, we're going to leave the label maker here. We are going to come back. I can actually take that out, and I can take that out, and all of this. So I'm going to be back for those things. Drop that off, and drop that off. That will enable me to pick up that, which I definitely want to take with me. And I grab all 4 of these, which I want to take with me. And, wow, that's all I can take, really? Okay. Well, I guess I'm coming back for the rest of you later. But that's okay. That is actually okay. So, I'm going to save that. We're going to go over here. Remember that we have that starfish underneath the ship, which is awkward. The sail is not down. Grab this. Pretty sure home is over there somewhere. And we're just gonna... Ooh, hello. What did I just do here? Kind of felt like I dropped a box in the activity of getting another box. I don't know. I didn't pay attention, and I don't want to lose a box full of stuff, so... Scrap is no, I'm pretty sure I don't think that's the case. I think that's an erroneous message. Unless it's something from home. Okay, you're giving me a notification I can't do anything about because I have the 5 that are here. Let me just double check this. I don't have any, and no, that's got to be erroneous, left over from the last message because I got all of the buoy balls that I found here. I think. Unless somehow the game is glitched on me. Because the place where I got the buoy balls was over there. I don't know what you're talking about. But I got so many of them that if I accidentally let one go away, that's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, so hang on. I have all the stuff I can carry. And I have the one extra box here besides that has some of my emergency supplies in it. So that if I retrieve that and I reef this around, I'm just going to quickly actually swim. Oh, no, I'm not going to swim all the way out there. Come on. Come on. Just, right, I can't hold that, but I can do that. And I think I'm after that island over there. So... really dangerous because I did not have my sail up. Okay, so let's book it over here. Start up the engine. Let's hope I'm heading in the right direction. But how awesome is that? That is fantastic. Really does have the world's worst turning radius. So like this, like maybe on a much smaller raft, it would be able to turn a little bit, but completely bonkers. You're gonna have to do all of this over again if that is not the right island. Wow, we are booking it. Yep, it is the right island. Look how beautiful that is. Oh yeah, we're gonna have lots of fuel for the kinds of stuff that I'm gonna be doing in the short term anyway. Alright. Sail right in here. Turn off the engine. And use the sail to cover the remaining distance. We're going to drop anchor. I'm going to reposition the anchor, I think that's my next engineering related task. But how freaking epic is that? I am not feeling too shabby at all. Whoops, I did not want to drop that. Let's pick that back up again. Alright. First things first. Let's deal with those. So hammers... here. I got so many hammers. Air compressors are here. Filters are here. Well, maybe in a partner bin. There we go. Buoy balls are just in a pile over here. That's fine. Oh, I got an engine part. Oh, hello. No, none of that. Get back over there. Maybe that's how I've been losing the silly things. Engine parts are at the end here. How awesome is that? I got a light, so that's pretty cool. I do like the lanterns. Lanterns are amongst my favorite things to find. Rapid two-finger tap those into my inventory. Oh, there's the other buoy balls. Okay, that's good. We'll take the engine and we'll take the rations. Yeah, okay, so engine. Now what bit is that? That is one of these guys. Yeah, and I have enough space for that. So that's that. Rations go over here. Power for food and water. Food's not bad. Water could be better. So there's that. Compass. Actually, I have 2 compasses now. That's kind of cool. Let's store one of those. We've got a small growing supply of them in case that's ever an issue. We have more buoy balls, which we can pull out. Cloth, which we can pull out because we kind of lost some of that during our recent escapades. So buoy balls over here. Now, you have gotten away from us. Alright, so you're sorted out. More sticks get sorted out over here. Cloth is in this section here. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. I had to deal with the local things. So, now I have a very specific spot that I want to put this active lantern on. It's been driving me bonkers and I don't want to hit it in the middle of the night. And that's that little rock outcropping that's out in the bay here. But while I'm passing by, you're okay, you are okay, you are okay, and you're okay. You are alright, yep. You're okay. You actually have a fruit I can munch on, and so do you. So, and we're going to actually eat those because it's healthy for us. So, in the meantime, though, let's see if we can find that rock. May be fairly tricky to find, I have to admit. What a nuisance. That's semi-promising, but it's not quite high enough. Oh, hello. It's near here, but it's still not being visible. Unless there are actual tides, and this goes occasionally under the water, this is not the spire I keep hitting on the way in. And there's a shark, and isn't that delightful? Yeah, well, earlier on in the stream I kept running into the damn thing, and I think it's like right near here, but it's really hard to spot from here. And if it's too hard to spot from here, it's probably a pretty good indication that it's not actually above the watermark at all times, which means putting a lantern on it is not going to cut it. So, away we go. We're going to zip into shore, hopefully before the shark can get us, because that would just be rude. It's out there somewhere. I just can't catch it right now. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this on my raft. Oh, there's another barrel I keep forgetting to bring in, so let's do that. You know, why not? I have emergency supplies. I'm going to have an emergency lantern. So. I like that. I have to find a way to box that in somehow to keep it from falling off, but anyway. A little water. How about water? How about water? That was going to be for waste storage, right? Not that I have a lot of waste storage to manage, but let's actually put that back here just beside the tanning rack, because that's a nice compact place for it to live. I do have supplies I need to toss out. I can put them in here, so that's okay. This has always been kind of a weird thing to have just lying around, and it contains the fuel boxes, so let's actually bring that up near the fuel still, because that's just the same place, but yeah, that's the fuel thing. So all right. This is starting to be amazing. This is starting to be really amazing. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start roughing in the foundation for our actual shack over there. So let's figure that out as though, oh, hello. Actually, water-wise and food-wise, we need to start dealing with the fact that we have this fruit that we... How's that? Did that do anything for us? Oh, look at that! Yeah. They spoil quickly, but they are really good usages of... Anyway, so... Now, I did place this foundation as part of the tutorial. So I just saved the game. So let's see if we build on that foundation outwards, whether it lays out nicely. Because my intent was... I laid this down to get past the tutorial, but I also wanted to lay it down with the intention that maybe I could use it going forward. So we're going to need a hammer to make this part of the thing work. There's wood foundations, so the next one logically goes here. Right, and you can see that that's just an extension of this one. This one was kind of buried in the hill, but this one's going to be raised a little, and so is this. Oh, I don't have any more wood. All right. Alright, it's got 8 pieces of wood. So now if I look perpendicular to this, that's going to head that way. This was not particularly well laid out. Like, I need this one to be over a little bit, because I kind of, well, maybe not, actually. It's not a bad thing to be able to walk behind this a little bit, because that'll make for a nice path coming in from this side of the island. You can basically sneak around the back side of the building here. Alright, you know what? Let's leave that the way it is. So if that's the case, we'll build another one. If that goes out here, right? So that's going to be there. So that forms the basis of our foundation for the flooring going this way. And I'm going to want another one here, because I'm going to want a double, at least double wide all the way back to here. So that is going to be another 16 of these sticks, and you can see why this gets used up pretty quick. Because what my intention here is I'm going to have an L-shaped double wide basis here, and actually this one might go, like, that'll be 4 wide, this one might go like 6 wide this way. And I'm going to build that up 2 levels. So that's going to occupy this space out here. But I'm probably going to have, actually, and I may go a step in this direction as well once I get out to here. So this will actually be an L shape with like an extra large, like, I don't know, ballroom or something out in this section. I'm going to build that up 2 levels, but then I'm going to have decks and overhangs that provide shade out in this area. So this is going to be a big project. It's going to be a monster. Right? Okay, so that forms the basis of this. Now, I'm going to leave this area here open because I wonder how far out I want to build this. Largely because I want to, actually what I may do, okay, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to have this, okay, so let me think about this a second. This is going to extend past the building. This, though, is going to extend that way. So I'm only going to have 2 units of foundation that extend past the building. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to fill out the next layers in here with a wood patio on the underside so that it's above the surface of the ground. But I'm not going to enclose that in. So that's going to be like a veranda area here. And then another section of the building out there. And then the sections of building that I have laid out are going to go up at least 2 floors, and then I'm going to have an like a cantilevered overhang above this, and then like a tiered deck thing on top, and that's just going to be a huge, enormous project. But I'm going to get there eventually. So let's rough out another 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 4 units that I'm going to extend that way. So looking at this, I got 1, 2, 3 before I got past those bushes, and then the 4th here kind of leaves this open blank space in the back here. So what I'm going to do is this. So this is going to form, so I'm going to need another row of them here. That's going to form a larger room. Alright. Rough in the foundation here. Got enough sticks to rough in the foundation at the very least. let's see what I can build here. Could actually leave that as a narrow hallway leading into... This is already too deep. So that's a fairly sizable room back here. I could have a short hallway here. Maybe acting as the entrance. Because the veranda is already going to be big enough. And then have the larger room back there, so maybe I won't actually extend this out this direction just yet. Maybe what I'll do is just rough this in as 1, 2, 3. Hang on. 3 without it being in my face. 4. I don't want to be blocking off any view of the ocean because that's quite lovely out that direction. So I'd want the veranda to remain open. I mean, eventually this will be raised platform, but I won't put those in yet. Just want to figure out what the size of this room is going to look like. Do I want to go out one more? Not really, because then I'm more or less right up to ocean's edge, which could be like lovely in its own right. I could actually build out over the, like a veranda out over the actual water here. Maybe I'll just leave it at that actually, because this is a 2x3 raised room, so this is a pretty big room. The only section that is narrow, alright, there's a section of 2 units of hall here which are narrow, and I can use that as a front foyer. Like I could literally have a door like here in. That leads into this room here and that room there, one of which, I mean, they could both be like, one could be a dining room and the other one like a living area, reception area. I can have bedrooms upstairs, and of course I'm gonna have the balconies at least 2 levels above. Like above this will be a row of rooms, but I want to go 1 layer higher than that before I have a veranda out this side, because I want this to have a nice view of the sky, and I don't want it blocked by something that's only just a bit above where my head is now. So okay. What we can do, though, is we can start putting actual flooring in. So that would be, for example, can I not put flooring in? I don't understand. That's curious. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong here. I'm going to put the walls up, but I'm curious as to why. That's really weird. Why do I not see flooring in here? Oh, duh. Here we go. I'm an idiot. So I've roughed it out, but I haven't actually filled it in. Alright, let's do that then. How lovely is that? Could actually fit one more building into that section there, and if this were a resort, that might make a good spot for like a reception desk, separately walled off. No, I'm serious. I'm building a whole hotel here. I'm going to be living in the lap of luxury. I am having none of this Robinson Crusoe stuff. If I can... well, actually, Robinson Crusoe did pretty well for himself, but that's not the point. I'm not gonna do the whole Tom Hanks thing. I'm gonna have a proper. If I have the facilities, if I have the skills to be able to build entire buildings, by golly, it's going to be a spectacular building. And I'm going to need another hammer. Fortunately, I've collected so many hammers, I don't know what to do with all the hammers. We're doing okay, but let's eat another Kura fruit before it goes bad. Let's save the game before anything else goes wrong. And let's go claim myself a, not a starting pistol. No, we're going to grab one of these hammers. Got lots of hammers. So now I got all that roughed in. Let's see. This is a pretty comfortable sort of seating area with a view. It's going to look quite lovely. Entrance doorway here. Probably build a little office in this section, but this will be sort of maybe a main dining area. It's a little bit, no, it's only 2 deep and 3 wide, which is more or less what I have, 2 deep and 4 wide there. Might just make this a little wider in the back here, just to make this just a little bit bigger of an area. I'll figure out what I want to do there. Eventually, though, this section here above the grass is going to be a veranda that is not going to be enclosed in, so the wall will fall along this boundary. And I think I'm going to have another section back here. So, all right. Let's actually do that then, which means so we need a wood foundation there and a wood foundation here. We'll leave that one the way it is, just to give it a... Actually, we could put a triangular wedge in there. I don't normally do that in buildings, actually. I tend to keep things square, but that's kind of a prime spot for one. You know what? Why not? Let's make this interesting. So there's going to be a slightly diagonal corner to this particular room, just to make it architecturally a little bit more interesting. It's going to have complications upstairs as I start adding verandas and the like, but we'll make it work somehow. Yeah. Sure. Let's. So that's not the direction I want to. How do I rotate this again? It's not the direction I want that to go. All right, gotta look this up actually. So, stranded deep, rotate, building. Q and E keys. Oh, look at that. That's not what I think of when I think of triangular piece. I don't need triangular piece, I need like corner piece. So yeah, there's no way to make that piece fit the way I think it should be placed, because that is going to sort of come out as at an angle. That's actually not what I want. That's an equilateral triangle. What I want is a right angle triangle. I wonder if I have that piece. Yeah, wood foundation wedge, and that's, yeah, the wood foundation wedge is just not what I want here. I want a triangular piece. So I put that in here. I can't then put another one in the other half. So, that decision's made for me. That's not really the kind of piece that I want there. That's a very weird piece to have in there. More power to you if you can make that architecturally work for you. I mean, I could see myself using equilateral triangles. I could create a nice hexagon shape, but that'd be kind of pretty. Like I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangular pieces along here to make sort of a hexagonal extension off of this. You know what? For giggles, I'm going to save the game, and I'm going to bring over a bunch of wood, and I'll just experiment with this and then reload the game, because I'm now kind of curious. Because that would make for sort of a nice... would kind of make for a nice shape, if you will, to that room. You see, I'd like to be able to fill in corners like this, and you just can't do it with that kind of wedge piece, but okay, that's fine. Let's try this out then. So that's, yeah, so... Oh, look at that. That is interesting. You can go... That is kind of interesting. I'll admit that. That makes for very interesting shapes of buildings, actually. I'm not against that. It's just really strange because you're never going to be able to cover a 90-degree angle, but you could make, because 2 of these does make for like a flat edge on the other side. Okay, let's do this. This is interesting. So that means I can do that, and then I can do that, and then I can do that, and that creates a really nice end to that, without having 90-degree angles or 45-degree angles at my disposal. That's going to make a really weird upper level, but you know what? I have never built a building with this before, so we're doing it now. Because all square is not necessarily all fun. Okay, that's actually kind of funky. I am okay with that. All right. So on the assumption, so here's the thing. On the assumption that we're going to have a little office in here, which I should probably actually, do I have the materials for it? Yes, I do. So I could, nope, not that one though. I need the foundation, wood foundation. That's going to be a little office area. I committed to this now. So this is my little office area, which is basically going to have a wall on my left and back and right, and then sort of a, well, might have to have a, I can't really do it. See, I need a 45. I need a way in here from the side to get into the office. I'm going to have to think about how I want to do that. Okay. It said that I was suffering from, yes I am. Yes I am. I need water. Alright. That'll fill that up. That'll fill that up. Let me go check to see whether or not my trees are behaving themselves. Good on water, and you have a potato, so let's snag that. And you have a potato, so let's snag that. And you have a potato, so let's snag that. And you have a potato, so let's snag that. You do not have fruit yet. You do not have fruit yet. I'm pretty sure you don't either, and neither do you, because we actually picked you fairly recently, so that's fine. But what are your water levels like? Your water level's okay, you're okay, you're okay, and you're okay. Everybody is not suffering water-wise. I'm not having another drying out incident. That would be tragic. So, what we're going to do, actually, is we're going to stash... two of the potatoes there, basically in perpetuity, as bootstrapping, and I'm going to add two more later, because by the time I'm ready to head out, I'm going to have these 2 fuel units processed, and added to the fuel that's already on board. It'll be nearly full, so I don't need all 4 potatoes at present. So you're on the go. Also need food, don't I? I need some food. We're golden. Right, back to the mayhem. Alright. Got a bunch of wood that I can do something with. So... I need a way to get into this office, so... Alright. Let's load my hammer. I have my hammer. We are going to make a wood arch. And it's going to be directly opposite this on the outside wall. If I manage that. Yeah. So that's where my entranceway is going to be. A door at some point, but let's go with the wood half wall. I can actually get into it from this side, actually. I can build a wood arch here with a door that leads into here. Actually, that works out okay. Because I don't really want to build off the back of this. I kind of want to... Well... Would be nice, actually, to have a little bit of extra office space. So you open this, there's this area I can put shelves or whatever in here, and then this is the kiosk area. But then this is kept separate. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay, so let's do... Alright, in order to make this work, I'm going to need more floor here. And I can't do a diagonal, so we are going to unfortunately have to do a whole wood foundation here. Alright, having done that, we want a wood arch here. We're going to want a wood wall here. A wood wall here, a wood wall, which I can't afford to build there. Alright, more wood. And this is why the wood supplies are going to go away really fast. It is worth noting that I have no way to get up to the upper level from in here. So that might be what I have to do on the back side of this wall and extend it out into here. So I keep forgetting I actually need room for stairs, but alright. So be it, we'll figure this out. You know what? We're gonna put this wall here so that you can't see into it from that room. We're gonna put a wall with a viewing window here so that the office has a way to look out over the outside. And actually, I kind of want to do the same thing for here. So we are going to remove that wood wall and replace it with one with a window. As slightly wasteful as that might be. Because why wouldn't we? We do it for all three walls, actually, except this one is going to be backed up against probably a staircase. So we're not going to worry about this wall. Although we may knock that wall out later when we actually do add the staircase, because then you'll have under staircase storage. Aha! So we're definitely not perfect with our. Where is? I'm now slightly baffled. So I don't know where I put my axe. Oh, it's all the way back at the. It's all the way back at the. Damn it. At the other island, because I was going to go back and get some of those materials. Did I not? I think I probably did forget them back there. So otherwise, they would be right here. Well, that's just every kind of annoying. doesn't make any sense. Why would I have done that? Why would I have done that? I mean, I am a bit of an idiot, but... Well, I mean, in the morning I can always go and claim it from there. So... Right. Alright. So what I'm going to do, veranda out in this area, staircase from the veranda down to the sand here, if it'll actually support a short staircase. We shall see. Alright, so what we're going to do before we call it a day, because I've started to rough this in, is I'm going to, sails up, I'm going to boot it back to that island. Once I rescue my lantern, thank you. Quick little bit of maneuverability to do that, and I think it's out that direction. Yeah, it's ahead of me. Alright, so we're gonna nerf that. You know what? No, let's just let's take a leisurely sail, because I'm not in a rush at this point. Well, I kind of am on stream, aren't I? And I kind of want this done by morning. So, fine, that's fine. We are supposed to be testing this out a little bit, so let's boogie. Oh, there it is. Let's go turn a little harder. This turns like a pig. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. So, words to the wise, the motor is really only useful for linear transitions and great distances, but that's actually kind of okay, because in a lot of cases that's exactly what you're after. Yep, so that's fine. Oh, bugger. That's bad. That is totally bad. That was just about tragic. Been way worse than that. Yeah, I remember I left a whole bunch of stuff here. So there we go, and then we lock this down, and we don't take that with us because I'm being an idiot, and my lamp did fall over, but that's alright. Just, come on, come on. There we go. So, yeah. I was a bit of a dummy and left all this stuff here, but that's okay. I brought a whole bunch of sticks with me. I didn't mean to bring with me, so this just got a little bit more complicated because I want to get all this stuff back home. And I have not done this smartly. Right, this is where we quit and go back to the previous island, so we're not wasting time. Okay, so I know where that stuff is. That's not a big deal. What I can do, so I kind of want to put this game down for a minute, have myself a slice of pizza, and move on to, Jeez, I'm not even keeping an eye on my chat room, but nobody's in my chat room, so that's okay. Day 68. This is still a lot of fun for me. I know it's probably not everybody's, ballywick, but so I'm going to actually create. I don't think I can create windowed rooms. I might be able to create. Actually, I can create windows along these two edges. Maybe not across that angular edge. Maybe. I honestly don't know. I'll have to think about that. So I can create normal walls for the back side of this, because that's not really going to be a windowy thing anyway. So that's what I can spend my next resources on. So, except I'm going to be turning that into something that resembles a staircase. So I got to figure that out. I'm going to do this back wall. I can do this back wall without any problems. So here we go. Wall. Not there. Thank you. Alright. Okay, so wall here. That could actually be a nice look out over that corner. So we're gonna turn that one into a windowed wall. And actually, I'm gonna create windowed walls for the rest of this, because why not? Right. Okay. Right, you can see where this is going. So I'm going to need to extend this, so I'm not really going to have a path from the bone. That is unfortunate. What can I do to alleviate this? Because it's kind of unfortunate that I don't have sort of a path to the back here. If I had stairs, I have to figure out a way to let you get out the back side of this building somehow. Maybe a door out this side, actually, leading out into here. Doesn't really help for this, and it is kind of sad that we lose this delightful little back area here. Might knock that wall out now to sort of a, except it needed to be a really short step. I'll have to think about that. Okay. Constraints. Alright. But what I am gonna do though is I'm going to put this hammer back actually. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna go reclaim. Throw this over here. I'm gonna go reclaim my stuff from the other island, for which I may need a couple of extra crates. So that I can leave up there. Think about this. No, I'm going to take 4 crates with me because I'm not doing any more diving. I'm not going to be bringing any other crates back with me. I'm going to want to bring back everything that I got there. Even if I have empty space, that's better than a kick in the face. So, that's fine. I do need more water, though. little bit careful as I fling this raft around that I don't actually fling my little lantern off the surface, but I think I'm okay there. So let's go and do this and turn like crazy. See if I can figure out where that thing is. No, I can't see. So let's get a little closer to the island. Oops. That is useless while that is over. And now we book it. We're actually pointed in the right direction, so our turning radius problem. Seriously, I'm moving like maybe 1 degree a second. That's terrible. But boy, howdy, do we ever motor linearly. Look at that. So, turn that off, race forward, go the rest of the way on sail. Stop, anchor, and we're here. Perfect. Alright, so, boxes. Boxes, please. Great. Right. Boo! Really boo! I'd forgotten about that. Alright, that's fine. Well, that can go in my storage thing back home, and then I can toss it in the drink. Or actually, I can take it with me here and just toss it as I go back home. So, alright, so... Alright. Tool, tool, tool. Right. Anything more with a... No, I don't have anything more with a container in it, but I can do this, and then this, and then this. Great, that's fine. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Save the game in case something goes hideously, horribly, hideously wrong. Well, horrible, hideous, horrible things. Alright, so. So there we go. That's up. Let's. Kind of want to sail out this way a bit. Go. Turn hard, turn hard, turn hard. I'm not going for there, I'm going for over there somewhere. Sailing is already really rough turning. rescue my lantern because it's making me nervous, just a little bit. And I really can't do anything when I'm in motion, so yeah, please don't fall into the drink. The physics engine is a little bit hinky in the sense that when you're in motion across the ocean and you just hold stuff and let them go, they kind of fly backwards, which makes no sense. Because we're not moving fast enough for air friction to actually cause that. It's just that, I don't know. It's trying to drop things straight down and fast. So, here we go. Oh, that's not going to work. It's not going to work because of you. Well, okay, with you down, I can actually then properly reorient this. Which is fine. And then I race back here, turn it on, and away we go. Oh, and that's where we want to get to. So yeah, this system doesn't work out too badly. All right. And I forgot to drop off the trash, but that's okay. We'll just do that here. First inaugural use of dropping off the trash. Okay. Let's go and grab all the wood that we stashed in here. And all of the soft materials. Next, sure, clean that up. Don't really need my knife while I'm here, and I didn't drink from the water bottle, so that's still good. And I might need the axe, but I don't need the others. Okay, so let's drop that off. We have a bin for those, which this one has spare room. Yep. You. Now another one of those. Okay, we're done on all fronts except for the fuel still collector, which is finished and has provided some gasoline. So what we need is the gas can from here. Go. Safe and sound. Just in time for morning. We're going to save that. Water and food are doing okay. But I can do with a little bit of water. You will replenish. I will go grab a small food thing. Alright. Let's go see how the farming is doing. We don't have more potatoes yet. Don't have more fruit yet as far as I can tell. But you have produced... you have both produced fruit. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. As a backup, I am going to... So I don't really need these fruit right this minute. I am going to start putting sort of backup reseeding supplies. Oh, come on, don't be an idiot. Thank you. So there we go. I'm going to put backup food supplies in there. In case this ever becomes an issue. How are we doing water-wise? Water, water, water. All watered, all really nicely watered. We don't have any potatoes yet. That's fine. And we didn't have any. Okay, so that's all good. That is all actually impeccably good. Must have rained a little bit. I'm totally okay with all of that. And that encourages me that I'm going to be able to expand this out to another row and not run into serious water problems, especially as I can build another still over there, another 2 of them. Alright, let me fix an error that I want this to have a window. So you are totally collapsing into 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I lost some of my materials. Actually, you know what? I'm okay with that. That's fine. Pick up that hammer again, though. Window. Totally there. Okay, so that is got that started. Okay. We have our first space somewhat constrained by the weather, or somewhat constrained against the weather, so that's kind of cool. What a door. Can we do a door? In order to build a wood door, plank door, a corrugated door, a container door. So I think I'm going to actually, I'm actually going to make a container door for at least the outside of the building. Because there's lots of containers in a few spots, I'll just have to go and get the materials. Because I think that would make for sort of, a nice outside, but the doors actually seem to have strength. I don't like the look of the corrugated doors. I could do a plank door that's kind of charming, and I might do that for the individual rooms. So I'm going to need at least 1 container door for this, and 1 container door for this, and then I'll think about what I want to do in the back areas here. But let's actually talk then. But what we need in order to do stairs. So wood steps, plank steps, corrugated steps, or brick steps. Kind of looking to possibly do plank steps, and I've got enough planks to do it. But the trick is, what do I need to build those on? I'm going to need, and I don't know how steep they are, but I think they are 1 unit area. So it'll actually take up this maybe for the wood steps, which means this is going to need to have a floor, and I go in here and then up on top of that in order to get to the upper floor. That's doable. Then I might knock out this wall once I figure out what I'm doing with the stairs, because that'll be good under stair storage, maybe. I'll figure that out. I'll have to see, because I might not need that foundation walled in. So we're going to save that. Alright, so in order to build the plank steps, we actually just need 3 planks. So I've just saved the game in case this all doesn't work, because these are actually, I don't want to have to build these, like the planks. I don't want to have a plank station in the short term, so... Alright, so I can do that sort of thing. Although I may do that out of ordinary wood, I'm not sure. But I can't get up to there, presumably without a foundation on which to base them. Because it doesn't have anything underneath in order to... Alright, well, let's then pretend that we need a wood foundation for this. And if we... Now, I may undo this by reloading the game, but let's see what happens. If I do plank steps, can I now do plank steps? Ooh, I can, but not to there. Because it doesn't... I'm not sure I understand why... That goes up the other way. Oh, there. Okay. So, with that in mind, what I would then do... Okay, but if I have this... It does have to be resting on a foundation, doesn't it? So if I then go and knock that out, it's going to go away. So I won't have a clever way to get around. All right. I can't do 45-degree angles, so I'm gonna have to clear. I'm gonna have to do that off. I'm gonna have to close that off too. That's fine. Okay. Okay. So that's for the foundation. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's for the far wall. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's for the near wall. Or for the right wall. Oh no, I'm gonna need more than that. Okay, well, whatever. Okay. Foundation. Wall, back wall. But do I want? I might as well. You know what? Let's just make that. There's no reason not to make that windows. I like windows. There's really no reason not to have a pretty window there, and another one here. But I can't have. If I can't walk out into bush. And does that look out over pretty stuff? Kinda. Yeah, you know what? That's enough. That's enough reason to have that. But I can't have a way to walk out because it makes no sense to walk out into the bushes. And I can't walk out... I have the stairs, no matter which direction I have the stairs, I'm going to be blocking this. And this is the only way out. So I'll have a way out maybe from the upstairs. This is fine. I really like that path in the back, and I want to see if I can make it. I can probably have stairs down from the top though, and do something that way. I need more wood for this section. Is this going to be? That's not really a fantastic view, and that's going to be filled with more sort of garden trees, and so that's going to get closed in. I'll have the upstairs have wall. Yeah, okay, I know what I'm going to do. All right, this is fine. I think, and I can fix this later, probably. I need, though, a little bit more wood. Okay. That is not... Yeah, that's right up against the rock. And that really... Yeah, I'm trying to justify putting a window here, but I really can't. I feel like it's just... I don't think it's a particularly good view. And it's just going to be all farmland back there, which will look great from above. Once I'm above like this area and you're looking down on it, it'll look fantastic. So then we look up here. Yeah, that's going to be a fantastic view from up here. This is all windows. Everything here is going to be windows. That's fantastic. Okay. So, that being done, though, I'm going to do, I think, a half-height window here. I don't really want to look into... See, the thing is, I want it obvious that the stairs are here. I don't really want to look into that back office. And this would make for great sort of storage in the back here, which you can't get any other way. Kind of want a big diagonal... Yeah, I can't get what I want here. So, because if I... Okay, so if I put that in, and that closes that area off, which means that... So the question is, do I want the office to feel like it's bigger? How does that look? So you're still going to be able to look through these stairs to the other side anyway. So I'm going to leave it like this because now there's still underground storage. It's just not connected to the office. So that's okay. I'm okay with that. Yeah, so more windows. Gonna have to figure out if I can actually put windows around that. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to reconfigure the footprint on the ground. So let's find out what that looks like. Because I haven't used those wedges before, so let's just go and make sure that that's not ridiculous. Alright. Oh yeah. Yeah, alright, that's not gonna be a problem. Alright, I'm gonna start roughing it in from this side then. right, you know what? I'm going to continue this stream until I have this. These walls roughed in at the very least. I probably won't get the ceiling done because I don't think I have enough materials, and gathering those materials is going to take me quite some time. Because I'm just going to have to revisit the nearby islands as fast as I can feasibly do so, and just harvest the ficus trees because they're nice and renewable. And yeah. But I'm going to get the walls all sorted out here before I stop this stream. Well, that's no good. Alright, I'll have to fix that. Nothing back for the rest of that? Alright, that's fine. I think I'm going to have a walkout in this corner. So let's be a little careful about doing this. So this is going to be that. But I think this is going to be another arch. Yes. And this... Let me think about this. Neither of these is going to be particularly good windows ever. So these are going to be ordinary walls. Right. I think everything is roughed in. Now I'm gonna want. I think I'm gonna leave. I think I might have a more charming. I might have a charming sort of stick back door to this, maybe. But I think that, and maybe I'll even have one here. I don't know. I'll have to find out how many container doors that I can salvage. I kind of want this one to be a container door. I think that would look nice. We're roughed in, and we have a way up to the upper floor, and this is going to be a fairly enormous upper floor. Because this is actually going to be wider than anticipated. This is going to be enormous. So that back area I can break down into several bedrooms. I'm going to need another area for a staircase. I have to plan this immediately. I'm going to need to make sure that I have another way to get up to the third floor, because this floor is going to be the sort of bedroom areas. And then the level above that is going to be the entertainment area for like views out over the landscape. So I'm going to be at least another 2 floors up. Actually 3 floors, because above that is going to be the deck. So this is by no means done. We have only just begun this craziness, let me tell you. All right. So where are we here? Let's get some water. Water has been achieved. Let's make sure that that is replenished. That was not what I meant to do. It's okay. Extra water is not a bad thing. So there we go. We need some more food. We're going to book it over here. And make sure that all is right and proper in farming land here. Mostly just in the water. I don't really care to harvest anything just yet. Yeah, looks like we're good. There's water available and all of that. That is going to be 3 stories tall at least, plus a roof deck. Well, so here's where we are. We've got all of our resources primarily back here. I haven't really left any tools or anything really seriously major on any of the islands I've visited so far, except maybe possibly that direction off to the islands that I started this game on, where I've only just really started exploring. That may require me building a water still out there and use that as a temporary base of operations like I have here. Obviously, I won't need all of this, just like a single water still. And I won't even need a smoker. It'll just be a place that I can stay for a slightly longer period of time because there's like a whole pile of islands at that end, which I haven't really fully explored, if I'm honest. This is where I'm going to leave this stream. I'm going to get myself some lunch. I may do a little bit of a stream after this. On Star Wars Squadrons, because that'll be fun. You know what? I am going to watch. Where is the moon? The moon is over there, and it is just starting the evening. We'll see what happens if I sleep. Because if it gives me a couple hours before morning, which I hope it does. No, it did not. Boo. Sun is already up. Alright. I was going to say I'm going to watch the sunrise from my building, but it slept me in too late. So that's fine. When I start up next time, I'll be back in the night, I suppose. And I will I'll probably play this on my own during the week, off and on. So I'm going to start gathering resources to replenish my wood supplies now that I kind of know the layout that I'm going to do things. I am going to build up this residence until it's comfortable before I start on the next story stuff. So you can look forward to a little bit more of this, but I'm going to do a lot of the resource gathering and probably some of the building on my own. Because that's not super exciting to watch as part of gameplay, but I like doing it, so I'm going to be able to show you what I come up with. And just by visiting local islands and slowly harvesting stuff that I know is going to grow back, and I will have my home away from home. At which point, I will start on the story elements. I am at day 70. This has been a nearly 4-hour stream, but it has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining me for this, and I'll see you in the next stream.